Well, we'll move on now to continuing our focus with the Niger Delta and how do we get solutions. Young Piero joins us next here today. He's of the Niger Delta Coalition for Sustainable Development. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Good morning, thank you.
Well, this agitation, the way it's panning out now, of course, many just think that they shouldn't continue these bombings. Government has announced a ceasefire, a 2-week one, such that it will allow for them to negotiate. But looking at the whole scenario, do you think that the way it's going at the moment with this ceasefire, we will likely get a solution?
Yeah, thank you very much. The best thing for the government to do at this point in time is dialogue. That is the best thing. Asking them, on the part of the government, before I left for Lagos, I meant to understand that they've actually removed their men from the communities. And that is a good one, because I am here today to deal with the real issues.
What are the real issues?
The real issues are facing us, the Niger Deltans. It's a very easy one and a particular one to us, which we must get it right. If we don't get it right now, we'll miss it again. They are playing politics with everything over there. My being here, I am the struggle. I represent the struggle. If you take the struggle out, there is no me. And once you put me in and put the struggle, that's when you have young Piero. Okay, if you look at the former administration, they did what we call the amnesty program they introduced, of course, is a good one. But that is not the problem. The problem we have in Niger Delta is that our people are suffering. There is no better life for our people. Our women, nobody is considered there. So if you want to say, okay, the percentage of which we have this whole thing, if you want to actually break it down, 50% goes to our leaders. You can call them rulers because they are not actually leading the people. You can say 15% is actually channeled towards the oil companies. And the citizens of Niger Delta are actually partake 15% of it, because we are most of this time we have our own problems. Then 20% is the government, because the government tries to look for a way to get out of the mess that they find themselves.
When you say government,
yeah,
state or federal?
The state government has a lot to play. Then the federal has a little to play.
So how would you say?
States?
Yeah. Have they lived up to expectation, the states?
None of the states in Niger Delta has actually lived up to expectations.
Not one?
Not one.
How do you arrive?
I'll tell you this. The state government have direct access to everybody there. That's why we have a state government. And a government where you actually came from, where you were part of, you cannot reach out to your people. You want to do the thing like, because you're in government now, you settle it today, and after you're out of government, the same issues arise again. These are not the ways we're going to tackle these issues. Okay, I would go back so that we get it right, okay, to the people listening out there. The fact was that when they introduced this amnesty, it was a fine one, like I said before. You now have to say, okay, you are training some youths abroad for schooling, giving them orientation or whatever you call it. But they forget that in that meeting, you didn't tell them that I'm giving you this certificate for you to come and look for a job. You didn't tell them that, this certificate we are giving to you now is to set you up so that you will come and develop your community.
What were they expecting?
The fact is, it's simple. When you have to train someone to school, our agitation was that we are not being considered. You're training us to school, and you're not giving us what to do.
Well, okay, they expect that after undergoing the amnesty program, then they'll say, now walk into this company, this is where you work. Is that what the expectation was?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a policy to cover this whole thing. Like, that's why I said 50% is in the hand of our government.
Let me comment this way, because
20%
you were privileged to have met late President Yaradua during that
the process of
dialogue before the amnesty came up. What was the discussion? What were the plans for the region that you say has not been implemented?
Okay, it is simple. Okay, with the late Yar'Adua, little we actually spoke then, because we have people fronting, and when we went to see him, what he said was that we'll meet up to your needs, let peace reign in the region. And what are the needs? It's late now, so there are not much I can say. What are the needs to say it will meet? We have, after the death of late Yar'Adua, our brother came in. He didn't meet any of this. He didn't meet any of this. All what Yar'Adua said they would do for us, they didn't do it.
Like what?
Okay, for instance, you are talking about the development. Of course, since 1999, we have issues. We have, you've gave us NDDC that we don't fully control. You gave us Niger Delta Ministry that we did not fully control. The boys blowing up pipeline, they didn't know of all this. The governors entered this meeting and they did all this. So if peradventure you are going to talk on our behalf and you're not, and the thing is not reflecting to us, definitely what do you ask this common man to do? Okay, and after you send them to school, okay, after the Yar'Adua's intervention, we now have the likes of some ex-general. I'll tell you what is happening now. Some of the first phase generals, and I'm not even saying anything about it now. They are just being neutral.
First field generals?
The first phase generals.
First phase?
Yeah, recognized by Yar'Adua.
Those are the ones that went through the amnesty.
They are the first set of people that actually started this.
So they're not part of what's happening?
They are not part. They are not. Most of them are not part of it, because before President Buhari came in, we mobilized like 20 of the ex-agitators.
And you met with the president?
We met with the president, and what the president told us that he is actually going to do for this for us in this administration is a good one, but he hasn't started. So we have the opportunity to meet with the president. So those other people don't have the opportunity to meet with the president, so they don't know what's going on.
So that question of, you said here now that the leaders, the state government, or the state governors in the past haven't done their bit.
Yeah.
That's pointing to the fact that leaders, when they get this information, they don't pass it on to the other ones. So you and a group of other people met with the president. And you did not tell these other ones that this is what the president has promised. And so they go ahead to start their own agitation. Okay. Is that the way to go?
Yeah, you're right. I would just try to point that out. When we met with the president, the Niger Delta is not what they just call Niger Delta. You think it's just a small place. We have more than 500 communities and 9 states in the Niger Delta. So if you have issues, we have areas which we covered. I have a area as a master, and others have areas the masters. That's why we have generals from different parts of the state. We are from Delta, Benin, Bayelsa, and collectively we mobilize them through the help of Raymond, Temisa, and Omasheye. We mobilized them and went to see Mr. President. And Mr. President told us something, that he's coming in, he's going to sustain the amnesty program. He's not stopping it. But that is not our real issue. Our problem in Niger Delta is the poor development in the region. What is coming from the top is not getting to the bottom there. Okay, I will tell you, when this whole training, during the process of this amnesty, you train some generals to school. Good. And you train them for aeronautic engineering and all that. These people, they've gone there. They have come back. Now they don't have anything they are doing. Some of them did not support the past administration. So they are the likes of those ones. They are not even around the creek. Some of them are in Lomé. Some of them are in Benin Republic, Togo. They are just there, waiting for a change in government where they will come in. And you left us in a place in the Niger Delta where everyone just thinks that the only way we can get it right is to go for violence.
What should be done now to end the situation in the Niger Delta? How do we get information down, as in flow from the top to the bottom?
It is simple. Very simple, and I'll tell you that. Yesterday, a meeting was called from some governors went to see Vice VP. And I've tried to reach VP on this issue. I've not been able to reach him. The governors you're calling, these are same people that actually did the first negotiation, that didn't get to the people in the grassroots. So should you continue doing this mistake over and over again? It's just a short-term solution you're giving to it.
Who should he be meeting if he can't meet with the governors?
There are key peoples which they know. If the governors are telling me they don't know about what is going on there, they lied. These are politics.